Good morning, Meshach. It is Thursday, December 1st, and oh my god, it's December already. What's happening with the time? Okay, so yesterday I watched this really interesting video by Corridor Crew called VFX Artist Reveals the True Scale of Data, and it blew my freaking mind and I want to tell you about it. So I'm not gonna react to the video or anything, you should just go watch it yourself, but essentially he goes through all the different steps of storage from back in the day when we were sending people to the moon, those computers, and the types of computers that we have now, and how they all store data differently, and how CDs and floppy disks and solid state drives all fit into it. And the long and short of the story is that we have become ruthlessly efficient at storing data, and that's because we produce a lot of it. Why do we produce a lot of data? Well, because all of us are constantly giving it to each other and to companies and making it for ourselves, and that got me thinking, how much data do we produce? And that just kind of continued and spiraled until I was just Googling everything I could think of. So today, I'm sharing with you some of the crazy facts that I discovered on that Googling journey. For example, did you know that over 231,400,000 emails were sent per minute in April? Or the fact that by uploading this video, I'm contributing to the 720,000 hours of video that are uploaded to YouTube daily. That's why we need so much storage, because we're uploading entire lifetimes of data to a server every single day. Speaking of life, as I was looking all this stuff up, I began to wonder, where do humans stack up on all this? And according to the first Google search result, the human brain has 2.5 million gigabytes of data in it. 2.5 million! Which, for context, dwarfs the world's largest supercomputer's memory, which is only 693.5 terabytes. Now, you might be thinking, good job humans, we stack up pretty well, computers have a long way to go. Wrong! Because storage and memory are different things on computers, apparently, and the storage of Titan, the world's largest supercomputer, is 40 petabytes. That's a lot. That's like an order of magnitude larger, right? Oh yeah. Yeah, 40 petabytes is 4 times 10 to the 7 gigabytes. So 40 million gigabytes compared to the 2.5 million gigabytes of the human brain. What? But that's not where things stop, because this supercomputer was also a part of my Googling, and it's fast. It's really uncompromisingly fast. Uncompromisingly is a weird word to say there, but it just came to me, okay? My brain is the best of evolution, and it was so bad at processing that I couldn't even get that sentence out properly, and also came up with the word uncompromising. Why? Okay. So this supercomputer can do 17.59 petaflops, 27 petaflops theoretical peak. Okay, now I didn't know what a petaflop was properly, I had heard the term, but I didn't really know what it was. So I continued Googling. It is, in computing, floating point operations per second is a flop. So a petaflop is 10 to the 15 floating point operations per second, which means that this thing is solving 10 to the 15 problems, so addition or subtraction, 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. 10 to the 15 calculations per second. I mean, I'm ashamed to admit it, but sometimes I'm over here 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know, what is 8 plus 7? I think it's 15, but I can't be sure. So then I go 7 plus 7, 14 plus 1, okay, 15. How long did that take? And how long would it take me to do 10 to the 15 times that? But guess what? Apparently that's not true. Apparently that's just what I can consciously do, because technically me taking in visual input and then processing it and then saying something is also a calculation. So if we're gonna give it to the computer, we also have to give it to me. So this article by foglets.com says that it is postulated that the human brain operates at 1 exaflop, which is equivalent to a billion calculations per second. Which what? We are like little meat chemical sacks being dragged across this planet by our own 2 feet. And the planet is just like a floating rock in the middle of nowhere, just like some part of space. And somehow, rocks smash together enough to create something that does an exaflop of how do you say that? That does an exaflop of calculations. That does a lot of calculations per second. It says that it's just postulated. I mean, I don't know if I believe this article, because I don't think I'm smart enough to do an exaflop of calculation, a billion calculations per second. Here's another crazy stat that I came across. Did you know that there are 8.5 billion Google searches conducted per day? We are an inquisitive bunch. Yeah, but our Alphabet Inc. owned overlords don't stop there, because according to Google, 1 billion, with the B, hours of YouTube video content are watched per day. With the B. Now, at this point, hold on, I'm getting a call from Andrew. Yes, dear, I'm filming my Sam and Meshach. What would you like to say to the audience?
My suggestion for a punishment is that either Meshach or Sam has to churn their own butter for a month. Let me know who you think should have to do it down below.
I vote Meshach, and I call people to action in the comment section way more than Meshach does. Let's make this a competition. Whoever gets fewer comments in their video, my video today and his video next Monday, has to turn their own butter for a month. Andrew distracted me. Where was I? Oh, right! The fact that I had heard the stat that we walk around with, computers in our pockets that are so much more powerful than the ones that NASA used to send people to the moon. And so I Googled it. Of course I Googled it, because I couldn't live without knowing that. And as it turns out, people say it all the time, because it's true. Because it's true. To put that into more concrete terms, the latest phones typically have 4 gigabytes of RAM. That is 34,359,738,368 bits, which is more than 1,048,576 to be exact, times more memory than the Apollo computer had in RAM. The iPhone also has up to 512 gigabytes of ROM. That is 4 quadrillion, is that? 398,046,511,104 bits, which is more than 7 million times that of the guidance computer. But memory isn't the only thing, it continues, that matters. The Apollo 11 computer had a processor, an electronic circuit that performs operations on external data sources, which ran at 0.043 megahertz. The latest iPhone's processor is estimated to run at about 2,490 megahertz. This means that the iPhone in your pocket has over 100,000 times the processing power of the computer that landed men on the moon 50 years ago. Now, there is a fascinating world out there about data, the data that we process, the way that we store it, and I encourage you all to go out and explore that world, because you can have a really fun time just learning about the crazy facts, and if you want to, you can also delve into the very particulars about how we store that data. I think it's really weird that we take these things for granted. It's magic. It is modern magic. I just wanted to share that with you guys. Like I said, I encourage you to go out and do some exploring for yourself, because it's very, very fun and you can learn a lot, and it's also essential to how we live our lives and how I'm getting this video to you. Maybe as a homework assignment you can tell me how many calculations YouTube had to do on its servers to get this video to you from your request to this output. I don't know how you would even find that out, but you can have a fun time doing that. Okay, I'm gonna go call Andrew back, because otherwise he'll whine to me incessantly. Love you, Andrew. I love you, Meshach and Schmackers. I'll see you on Monday.